Hey everybody, it's Muscle Car Campy. What a day, what a car. 1970 and a half Z28 Rally Sport Camaro. It's got the 360 horse LT-1 engine. It's got the 4-speed gearbox, factory 410 gears. It even has the Copo spoiler out back. We're going to tell you all about it, but more importantly, we're going to tell you how to win it from Dream Giveaway. To win this amazing 70 and a half Z28 RS Camaro, go to dreamgiveaway.com, and when you check out, enter promo code MCC, Muscle Car Campy, MCC, and you'll get double the number of tickets. You really do want to win this car. You know, the 70 Firebird and Camaro were delayed. They came out in February of 1970, so they missed a whole half a year of production. But when they did come out, oh my God, what a sensation. These were two of the most beautifully styled cars General Motors ever released. And even though the sales that first year weren't great, these cars were so beautiful, they were sold all the way through the 1981 model year. You know, it's really funny, F6015, these were huge back in the day. Obviously, it's not a lot of tire. When you think about today's tires, I can put my hand across the tread, and my hands aren't huge. But this was considered cutting-edge tire technology back in the day for a street car. In the June 1970 issue of CarCraft, they went 1411 at 102.73 miles an hour in a bone stock Z28. That's really getting it for any small block powered car. Heck, some big block muscle cars didn't run that fast. But later in the same issue, they put headers on it and slicks, went back to the track and ran 1293 at 108.76. That shows you the real potential of the Z28 Camaro for 1970. In the Camaro, the LT-1 V8, new for 1970, was rated at 360 horsepower versus 370 in the Corvette. The two differences: the Corvette had a large open element air cleaner and much better flowing exhaust manifolds. Camaro came standard with these kind of slog type manifolds that really didn't do much for performance. However, on the other hand, back in those days, these cars were built to be raced, whether that was on a road course, a drag strip, or the street. Most people picked up lots of horsepower with long tube headers. The key to performance on these Z28s were these double hump heads, were famous in Chevrolet performance. 202 intake valves, 160 exhaust. They lasted from 70 to 72 on the Camaro. And then in 73, the L82 came out in the Z28. And what you ended up getting was double pyramid heads, which were very good. Still had the 202 valves, but again, designed to run on unleaded fuel. When you got the Rally Sport option on the 70 Camaro, you got this spectacular split bumper grille. On the standard Camaro, the bumper went all the way across to protect the grille, and the parking lights were below the bumper. On this car, you got the parking lights above the bumper, the little bumperettes, and you got that flexible nose and a little black strip in the middle. What I really dig about this car, it's got a very basic interior. AM radio, Hurst shifted 4-speed, no console whatsoever, and unlike on the first gen Camaro instrument panel, all the gauges were right in front of the driver, although to some degree it's a little hard to sit here and actually read the temperature gauge and the fuel gauge. You're going to have to tilt your head a little to get to them. But a proper 150 mile per hour speedometer, 6,500 RPM redline tach. And what really flipped me out about this car when the first time I saw it, it's got the cranberry red exterior, the white stripes, which were standard on the Z28 only. But what's really cool is it's got a tan interior. I just never expected to see that. In fact, frankly, in all my 40 years of being muscle car campy in the business, I don't ever remember seeing a Z28 with tan interior and a red exterior. You know, There's a lot to be said about this car, and the man who knows the most about it is Dream Giveaway's Christopher Phillip, their Director of Communications. And Christopher, thanks for joining us today.
Very
Great seeing you again.
Good seeing you, Jim.
And you've got a couple of reproduction window stickers here and an NCRS verification on this. It is an amazingly beautiful car. And we were talking in the video earlier, one of the things I like about this car is that it's pretty sparsely equipped. The only real options on this car are the high performance goodies. You know, you've got the special 410 rear 370s for standard. You got the sport mirrors, okay, that's a little, but it really looks perfect with the Rally Sport package, let's be honest. And of course, who can refuse a 70 Chevy muscle car in cranberry red?
Oh, there you go. I love looking at how much all this stuff cost back in the day. So that Z28 special performance equipment, a whopping $572 in addition to the base price of about $2,800 for a base Camaro.
And at the end of the day, even with the options, it was only $4,376 and 25 cents. So, you know,
wow.
Think about what they're selling for today. People can actually win this car, right? And the money all goes to charity.
Absolutely. So you donate to help charity. You go to dreamgiveaway.com. You use Campy's promo code to get those bonus tickets.
MCC, baby. Promo code MCC at checkout. Get double the number of tickets.
Every dollar goes directly to charity. And 8 great charities, including veterans charities, children's charities.
I was saying earlier too, what's really cool on this car has the saddle interior.
I love it.
I've never seen cranberry red with a saddle interior on a Camaro before. It's really unique.
It is, and with the lack of a console and that Muncie coming right out of that transmission tunnel, it really is classic muscle car.
It truly is fantastic. Now there's an M21, I assume?
Let's see if this tells us at all. It is an M21. You can see right there on the window sticker.
And remember, the M21 was a little stronger than the M20, but it's really the gear ratios were designed for road racing. So that really fits in perfectly with the LT-1 Z28 package.
It really did. This car is so interesting. We were able to track back to the second owner. And he's the one who did the restoration on it. And so his story, as he shared it to me, was that he knew about this car in high school. To him, that was way back in the late 70s, maybe, or early 80s. And he'd been watching the car for years, and he bought it, and he kept it all these years. And then he did this, in my opinion, a pretty spectacular restoration on it.
Man, that felt good. There's nothing like a small block Chevy with 410 gears. Thing really feels stout. You know, that little clatter of the solid lifters. God, I love this car. Now, yes, I have to take it a little easy on the car because it is a giveaway car, but I just wanted to see what it would feel like to get a little bit of straight line speed in this thing. Put that power down exactly where you want it. Power steering is a little over boosted for sure. That was the standard of the day. That was one of the complaints some of the enthusiast publications like Car and Driver had with it. But the one thing they said was impeccable was the handling. Until you got that little bit of understeer, the takeover, the car really, really went where you pointed it.